Hi, Mark here from Marka Guitars. I don't build guitars, and here I am. I'm a guitar player entering the Great Guitar Build of 2021. Well, when I say I don't build guitars, I've built two guitars. I've built this one, Marka 1, which is a humbucker in the bridge, P90, reverse headstock kind of thing. You can see what that looks like. I've also built Marka 2. These were all done during lockdown in the UK, and you can see that's a double humbucker with a standard headstock. Made a slightly better job of the back of the headstock, and they're both great, and I play them all the time and I love them. So what am I going to do for the Great Guitar Build Off 2021? Well, I'm going to start in a safe place with a pre-owned neck. You can see it's a Yamaha neck, and what I'm going to do is cut that to a 4-2 like that. That'll be interesting. And then for a body, I'm feeling really brave. Also from Boo Boo Guitars, but this time it's a body blank. And from that, I'm going to build my guitar, which means for the first time I'm going to have to route out the body and also route out the pickup and electronics cavities. And as a little spoiler for what I'm thinking as a shape for the guitar, it's going to be a Telecaster style rootsy guitar. Got some nice pickups, but more of that later. I'm going to do that kind of body. Hopefully you can see that. It's a small body, slightly offset, quite quirky, but I think it will be really quite good and will work really well. So we're going to get on with that now. And the first thing I'm going to do is tackle this neck, sand off the finish, reshape the headstock, and then we'll be ready to go. Thank you for watching. If you want to check out the two other guitar builds with some playthroughs, please do so. Look at the rest of the YouTube videos from Marka Guitars. Hi, Mark here from Marka Guitars. So this is my Great Guitar Build Off 2021 entry. As you know, I've talked about it already in the intro. I've got this neck. It's a Yamaha neck, as you can see. And first thing I'm gonna do is cut the top off to make it a 4, one side to the other side. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna drop the camera down. Just jigsaw, standard tools for me, I'm afraid, nothing fancy. And we'll see how that goes. So let's have a look at this. So there we have it, somewhat butchered. We've got a 4+2 headstock, which now needs sanding, and I've got a spare bit of maple. So we'll work out what we're going to do with that later. That will come in useful, I'm sure. Anyway, for now, sanding all of the finish off of this neck. It's covered in the usual polyurethane. It's fairly thick. I don't plan to have a polyurethane finish, I plan to have an oil finish, so this is coming back down all the way, probably maybe 240, 320, something like that. So that's what we're going to do now. Close up, probably fast forwarding goes without saying, and we'll get this in a good shape. I'm looking forward to seeing how it looks. So, hi, Mark here. So I've been working on this neck, as you know, and something occurred to me that actually the headstock looks a little bit unbalanced. And it's because it normally extends to here, and therefore this bottom end looks somewhat hanging down. It doesn't look consistent. So I don't know if you can see that. What I'm going to do is to take off another edge, and that will give it a much neater look. So that's one of the things I'm going to do. The other thing you'll notice is I filled the previous holes with a combination of wood glue and sawdust, and I'm just going to sand those back. So I'll show you that now, and then we'll get on with trimming the edge of the headstock and create that new shape, and hopefully that will be a bit more streamlined. So I'm trying to mirror the general shape, and I've marked previously where it's going to be, but obviously sanding has taken that off a little bit. And I'm experimenting a little bit with exactly where the shape's going to go. I'm toying at this end with a rake back like that. I'm going to try that first with the jigsaw. Oh, I'm pretty happy with that. It's pretty rough still in places, but that's okay. I'll finish that with some sanding. Here I'm going to soften that corner to mimic that corner there, and I think I'm still going to hold on to this little kick out here. I think it gives it an interesting look. It might be a little bit too heavy metal for me, but we'll see. Might soften it, or I might just take it right off. So we're into a bit of finessing now and sanding, and inevitably I'm going to have to re-sand the whole thing from the clamping and all of that, but that's okay. Yeah, it's much better, it's much neater and more streamlined. If you've not used one of these before, try one. If you're careful, they give a really good finish. And if you want to get rid of a lot of material, you can certainly do that. But yeah, very pleased with that. That looks much neater to me. Now just this bit, carefully take that curve away. Same tool, I think. Needless to say, I'm going to have to sand. Obviously, be much more careful with this. It's a sharp point. Yeah, that to me looks much better.
shape. It's where I want it to be. It looks kind of normal. You don't want anything to look too quirky with headstock. It will go very, very nicely with the style of semi kind of Telecaster-esque that you'll see from the rest of the build coming up. So I think what I'm going to do now is drill the tuning holes so that I can start to finish the neck as it is, and then the next stage is to see how stable this neck, which as you know was an old Yamaha cheap Pacifica neck. It's had a lot of love since then, but it was very flat and the fretboard was very good, so I'm very happy with it. But with all the work I've done, I just need to check that out, probably do the fretwork next, and move on to the body, which will be real fun because it will be my first ever from scratch body cut with routing and everything, and that's going to be extremely amusing, as you all know. And I'm going to be building my own template for the neck, because obviously the neck is preset really, it's what it is, and so I'm going to build a template for that and then route that, but that'll be the next episode. But first off, drill these babies out. These are only 8mm, they need to go to 10mm for the tuners I've got coming, and so I'll put some new ones in, carefully select the position. Yeah, next.
Yeah, that took some fiddling about, didn't it? So I've sorted out the neck shape at last. I wasn't happy until I'd really got that down to a shape that I like. I've drilled the tuner and peg holes, and I've done a test fit with some of the tuners. They look great. Next time what we're going to do is concentrate on the body and do some routing and shaping. That's going to be real fun, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Marka Guitars over and out.